Cowboys have won 5 straight, and now your Steelers lost 3 straight. Must be rough for you.
It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Listen,
hard out here for you, I feel you.
Listen, you know, y'all can laugh at me all you want to. It's warranted because I deserve it. The fact of the matter is the Steelers, I'm very, very worried about them. I'm very worried about them not making the playoffs. 2 of their last 3 games is against New England and New Orleans. How the hell am I supposed to feel about that? And the road game is against New Orleans, and the home game is against the New England Patriots. The Steelers have to win 2 of these 3 games to make the playoffs. And I don't know if they're going to do it. They will beat the Bengals. Don't even worry about that. That's a bye week. Okay, they'll beat the Bengals. All right, if it matters, that is. They will beat the Bengals, and hopefully they'll finally come to their senses in Cincinnati and get rid of Marvin Lewis. But in the case of the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted by what I've seen. Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger got hurt, but he comes back out, okay? We all know how much I love Mike Tomlin. How in God's name do you leave Ben Roethlisberger on the sidelines and bring in this kid Dobbs and leave him in there for the minutes that you left him in there? I mean, what the hell was going on? Made absolutely no sense. I'm like, Ben Roethlisberger's on the sideline. He's coming out of the locker room. He's ready to play. And he's standing over there. I'm like, what's going on? And then ultimately when he came in, I'm like, well, why didn't he come in earlier? What is this? This made no sense to me. That's number one. Number 2, they clearly missed James Conner. They missed him bad. They had a grand total of 40 yards rushing, and against the Raiders of all people. And it just made me sick to my stomach to see John Gruden running around there celebrating like they did something because the Steelers slipped. The Boswell slipped on that damn pathetic turf in Oakland, California. No wonder why the team's leaving the city, okay? Because these people don't even take care of the damn turf. I'm just saying, you don't take care of business. I mean, I'm not talking about the football. That's legit in Oakland. They got some issues in there. They need to take better care. That's why they lose. I'm not talking about the fans. The fans are fantastic. But the city needs to do a better job of taking care of facilities and stuff, and they don't do it, which is why your teams want to leave or are leaving. So I look at all of that, and I just say, it is what it is. I got it. But in the end, James Conner being out, Dobbs being left in there a little bit too long, and the Steelers' defense, when it counts, can't stop no damn body. I'm talking about when it counts. I know they got better as the season progresses, but when it counts, they can't stop anybody. And now I'm sitting here going like this. Damn, they in trouble making the play. They got to win 2 of these 3.
You didn't think they were going to make the playoffs.
Because Baltimore got Tampa and Cleveland 2 of their last 3 games.
Why can't you be calm like me? Why are you always shouting and excitable?
Well, I got the people are watching. They want to know how passionate and vibrant we are. They don't want somebody sick and debilitated on the injured list.
They don't want someone whispering.
Trying to squeeze themselves through with all of this stuff. They want the passion.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm actually looking out for you.
I'm simply dignified.
Yeah,
now,
really,
Stephen A.
Yes.
Let's
Whisper
look.
to us
Let's Steelers Jaguars.
Right.
Remember how they won that game? Roethlisberger had to jump in the end zone, almost broke his neck, right?
Yeah.
Remember James Conner dropping those passes? Would Le'Veon Bell drop the passes? No. Le'Veon Bell, in addition to everything else, has great hands and gives you ball security. That was the win. They lost to the Broncos by a touchdown. They lost to the Chargers by a field goal, and now they lost to the Raiders by a field goal. I am here to tell you, the presence of Le'Veon Bell, that's at least 2 wins out of those last 3 games. He's worth at least 2 wins out of those 3 losses. Let's remember what the Steelers did with Bell. He wanted to come back. They wanted him back. He said, if you promise not to franchise me, I'll come back. They want him back, but not enough not to franchise him? That doesn't make any sense. The only reason you would say, no, then forget it, is because you don't want to set precedent going forward. That is the only reason. So understand, Pittsburgh fans, what your franchise did. Just to keep labor down, just to keep the players down, just because they didn't want Le'Veon Bell to show anyone else the way, they have sacrificed this season. Any chance you had to make any noise this season is gone because they wanted to make a point to Le'Veon Bell and players after him. That is the only interpretation. There simply isn't any other one. So what happened to the Steelers? They cut off their nose to spite their face. Kind of hard to smell the roses with no nose, right? That's what happened.
I agree with you to a certain degree. I feel like the Steelers are just way too unbalanced offensively. It's too much burden on Big Ben's shoulders to really carry the load as far as their offense is concerned. But to me, the bigger picture is Mike Tomlin. And I've said on multiple occasions when it comes to Mike Tomlin, his inability to adjust in games is costing the Pittsburgh Steelers. When was the last time we seen the Pittsburgh Steelers defensively defensively, where he's supposed to, that's his background on defense. Make a play that people remember. You can go back to last year. I pointed out against the New England Patriots. Remember that last drive when Gronk literally on one drive that sealed the Patriots win. Caught 4 passes on one drive. In this game against the Oakland Raiders, Big Ben and the offense did their part. They went down the field, they scored, they were up 21-17, 2:55 left. That's all defense. It's laid out for you going against the Oakland Raiders who rushed the ball for 55 yards. You basically had them one-sided, one-dimensional.